Good morning and welcome back. Today we have April Montgomery joining us. Thank you for being here today.
Oh, thank you for having me again.
I'm glad to have you here. You have a really exciting opportunity happening at the end of this month. What is going on?
We are having the Miss Macon Scholarship Competition for the Miss Division as well as the Miss Teen Division for Miss Macon and Miss Central Georgia.
Okay, and so I want to talk about it. This is an opportunity for young women across the area. What are the age groups per competition, per division? What does that look like?
Sure, this is a stepping stone to Miss America. So if you're successful at Miss Macon, you go on to Miss Georgia's teen, and then Miss America's teen. And so the teen division is ages 14 to 18, and the Miss division 18 to 28.
Okay, and so I want to talk about it for folks that may be on the fringe of turning 14 or looking for that. What is the deadline for them turning 14 to compete?
Sure, so next year will be the state competition in Columbus, Georgia. So as long as they are going to be 14 by that month, they're good to go. And same with the Miss division, so it's 18 to 28, and you can't be older than 28 at the national level.
Okay, so I want to talk about this. We have a deadline approaching. The event is at the end of the month on the 27th, but there is a deadline to apply before. What is that deadline, and what do they need to turn in before?
Sure. The 16th is the deadline, and talent requests are accepted on a first-come, first-served basis, so there's no duplicate talent. So you'd want to get that in as soon as possible, your talent request. Yeah. So July 16th is all of the paperwork, all your resume and your essay. This is a scholarship program, but it's also a service program. So each young lady has a community service initiative that they like and that they promote, and so they have an essay that they have to write promoting that.
Okay, and so I want to jump back to that talent portion you mentioned. We had talked about it earlier as well. What does that mean? You know, we don't want to have any duplicates. Can you kind of explain that a little more for folks watching?
Sure. So a dancer could choose a song, but we would not allow a singer to choose that same song.
All right.
And there's also other talents that you can have. There's also a new program called the Her Story, which is a talent. It can be a monologue or something that's dear to your heart that you write. So it doesn't have to be the normal, typical talents of singing or dancing.
And I think it's important, like Ms. April said, there are no duplicates allowed. So when we're talking about that deadline of the 16th, the faster you get all your stuff turned in, then you really do secure that spot. You don't want to have to figure out a new talent with less than 2 weeks.
Correct. And it has to be a minute and a half, no longer than 90 seconds.
Okay, and so I want to talk about it. What does this event look like for maybe folks that are wanting to do it and this is their first time? What does the day look like for competitors?
So it is all in one day. So they would come and have their private interview with the 5 judges. That's a 10-minute private interview. And they would have rehearsal, and then they would come back that evening and compete in on-stage competitions such as fitness, talent, on-stage question, and evening gown.
Okay, and so what do you want to tell these women who are getting ready to compete? Maybe it's their first time, maybe it's multiple times they've tried out for this and they've, gone through this process. What advice do you give them?
I say come and do it. It's such a great program to mentor yourself. It's a sisterhood program. You learn from so many other young ladies that are involved. It is a scholarship program. We want to thank Wesleyan College for giving these young ladies an opportunity to receive over $730,000 in scholarships. And we'll also have cash scholarships available too. So it's just a wonderful community service, civic organization, as well as the scholarship program.
It's a really large amount of scholarships.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
All right, if you'd like to find out more about this, go to our website, 41nbc.com. We'll have all the information there. And again, that deadline is going to be the 16th. So today is the 3rd, which means we have 13 days left. So make sure you get everything turned in. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Monica.
All right. Well,